sword, always for Demacia.
Dude, wait a minute. I think I'm kind of cooking with that. Full lethality Caitlyn with Ultimate Hunter and Hexplate. Tell me I'm not cooking with that. Just perma-ult. And then you also go, oh, what is it called? Axioms. You literally, you turn into like an actual sniper. I could have played the early game last game better too, to be honest. Like that one death against that Evelyn shouldn't have happened. I just wasn't super aware. It's okay though. It was my first game, so like it's pretty bound that you're gonna make a mistake on your first game. I needed the G fuel to kick in. I mean, I'll give him counter pick. Might as well. That swap would have been good too, but I feel like I should have... The second that Diana died and she started to ping me, I should have swapped. I think that's honestly the lesson there. If I immediately swapped back, I would have been able to still just dominate the Riven and keep getting ahead. Because actually what that swap did is it forced me into a lane I couldn't get a bigger lead in. And it forced her in a lane which she was going to int in. So it made my matchup harder and also made me weaker. Usually that would be good. That would be a good play. I would be able to roam around the map. I would be able to exert pressure. Even if I didn't get a kill on Quiana, I'd be able to get a kill on the rest of their team. We'd have way better pressure in top side because she had more farm, she had a kill, she had an assist, she had an item. They both had an item, but she had the better first rush item. Usually that would be better, but can't always play for it. So many dodges. It's alright. I've been having a rough time breaking through this D2 barrier, and I've just started to think of it as, you know, just always think that you're D350 LP. Like, that's my way of thinking to myself that, like, the LP really doesn't matter. It's your performance in game. If you're performing at the absolute max each game, you're just passively going to get D2 75 LP. It can't be chance that all of these games, when I hit Diamond, no. It can't be chance that with all of these games, when I hit Diamond 2, that I just lose. Like, I just get a bad matchup every single time. I get a bad team. It's usually not a bad matchup. It's usually, like, my team just randomly ints. But it can't be true. Because that's happened like 7 times. There's no way. The chances are not in my favor there, so I think it's actually a mental thing, and I'm actually the problem. I think just mentally, whenever I hit D2, 20 LP, I'm like, I'm probably going to lose this next game, because it always happens. But because I'm thinking that, I'm already planning to lose. I'm not planning to win. So it's like, just always think that you're D350 LP is my philosophy. I mean, like if you're always stuck in silver 2, just always think that you're silver 350 LP. Like, it's kind of like a universal thing, but yeah. You just gotta stop caring about the LP, I think. But at the same time, you know, these are like league rules that like aren't absolute. I feel like there's no league rule that's significantly absolute. It's more like advice. Good advice. Like, it's not an absolute rule to not care about your LP, because you still have to care about your LP. You still have to care about winning. By caring about your rank, by caring about your LP, you're caring about climbing. You're caring about your rank. You're caring about the game, right? If you don't do that, you're not going to climb. But at the same time, if you care too much, you're not going to climb. You know? Or like high intensity versus low intensity. You don't want to be high intensity, actually. Which is counter to what coaches will tell you, but it's true. You don't want to play with high intensity. You play with super focused high intensity, and you're going to wear yourself out, and you're going to significantly play worse later on into your grind. But you don't want to play with low intensity. You don't want to play like all willy-nilly. Yet again, you don't want to play like you don't care, because you still do care. But you want to play with like medium intensity. He's probably not gonna. He's trying to pick Smolder. Yeah, they both have pretty contested champs. You want medium intensity. You want high intensity that isn't going to strain you. I mean, now you're not first picking Smolder, so. You want high intensity that you can keep up, but you never want to fall down to low intensity. That's why I recommend G Fuel. With G Fuel, I honestly feel like G Fuel and water, right? Whenever you feel like you're getting tired, drink G Fuel. Whenever you're not, drink water, and just keep doing that. There are studies which say that this increases your brain cognitivity. I'm not playing more focused than I would be with high intensity, but I'm playing at high intensity while like mildly focusing on it, not like full stressing my brain. This is basically like the fuel to let my brain just kind of like dude at 60 miles an hour instead of 100, I guess, is another term. I swear it's been working too. Like, you may think I'm joshing with like G Fuel ad, but like it actually is the thing. It genuinely is the thing. Giving your brain the fuel to play the game well is so important. And then I feel like the other bit of advice that's like so important is not to beat yourself up. If you lose a game, take the learning from it. Take like last game for example. I shouldn't have died to that Evelyn. And I probably shouldn't have swapped. That's a little like less advice that I can really utilize because there was really no way of me knowing that Diana was gonna int. But after I saw that she was tilted, spam pinging me, I should have swapped back. That's the lesson, right? So I got 2 fairly good lessons from that game, and I'm not tilted at all, you know? It's not that I don't care about the LP. Just don't really care that much. Don't beat yourself up over losses. Regardless of rank, your challenger, your bronze 3, your iron, don't beat yourself up over a loss. It's just, there's just no point. At the end of the day, it's a game. But yet again, there's there's no absolute. Because there's a bad side to thinking it's just a game, where you really don't care, you're all willy-nilly, and now you're just inting. You lost lane. Oh, well this is boring. You know, Alt F4. Like, if you're playing norms, totally cool. If you're playing ranked and doing that though, it's like you're kind of just griefing 9 other players basically from the league experience, and it's just toxic. It's toxic to yourself and it's toxic to other people. That's what you love to see. Alright, let's see what he started. He started PTA with D-Blade. Alright. Yeah, we want to play a little passive. We're probably going to have to go W start in order to get the first 3. It's perfectly fine for him to just freely auto me here, because my ranged casters, all 3 of them, are just going to be abusing him. Like right now he's way too far up. Way too far up. You have to position well if you're actually going to play a ranged poke champ versus melee. Look at our health. Like, why is he ever down in health? Because he's tanking minion aggro. That was bad. Every auto you take though, you want a minion for it. You don't want him just to just auto you for free. But also don't be too concerned about early minions. Be very concerned about early XP, but not early minions. Once you get Tiamat, you can gain it all back. But that's the thing that makes ranged champs in the early game so overpowered, is Taste of Blood. Everybody doesn't go that. But like, if I'm fighting a ranged champ and he takes Taste of Blood, it's over. Because throughout all of his consistent poke throughout this lane, he would have still been about max health. It's not a lot of healing. It's not great for trades, but it's great for minion aggro. That's the benefit of it. If you're constantly pulling minion aggro, Taste of Blood is so good. Pretty confident that he would up there. I'll just take the free base. Double longsword. On Garen, your late game farming is so insane. You can actually go for a lot later of a cull than most champs would take. Because you can still play the game at high efficiency and farm at high efficiency without one or the other lacking. Whereas other champs, like, I'd say like Vlad, for example, kind of has to gamble. Or like Nasus. It's just not super easy to just like scale while also fighting all the time. For Garen, it's very easy to do that though. I think he based personally. Let's look for gank opportunities. I don't want to go bot. I don't want to go top. And I don't really want to go bot either. We're just going to take a base. We get a free cull. Or actually, I think we'll even wait for Tiamat. Usually you always want to TP on your first base anyway. I mean, I didn't, but second base is good too. Mental warfare. He thinks Vi's ganking right now. Watch, he'll probably walk away, then walk back. Mental warfare. That's the other thing. Enjoy the game. Oh, they are fighting. Shit, my bad. I didn't realize. I'll try and get a plate off of it. It's very possible that Shaco's still here. Do another auto, then walk away. Yeah, Shaco is still here. I really like to use Elixir of Avarice, when I have coal. So I'm just gonna keep it. That's just a personal preference. I don't know if it's better or not. That's just, I'm autistic. I don't know. I just prefer it. All right, we're gonna go smite here, and we're gonna help. Always click tab before you do that, just to double check if she has smite or not. Usually they're not going to take the drag without smite, but just in case, I've had times where that has happened before. Just check, and then if they already use smite, keep your smite, and then obviously smite it when it gets low. Just little fun stuff like this is what makes Unsealed Spellbook really that great. Yeah, we're gonna be fine. Just gonna hover here. This Akshan is invisible. Just making sure he's not fucking with our jungle here. Usually Akshans don't do this. They don't let you freeform. They'll poke you for every single bit of CS that you're trying to take. But this Akshan is very nice. I'll even show you if he does try and poke. He's not here. You push waves so fast that poke isn't actually really that meaningful to you anyway. Oh, nice. Oh, not nice. He's probably gonna hold mid, to be honest. Yeah, it was a good shutdown. Unless you meant that in like a toxic way. Yeah, our bot lane is insane right now, so we're doing fantastic. Very rare that you're actually going to get a lead in Akshan lane unless he really messes up. This is why I say that Garen's like Vladimir in a lot of ways. You win lanes in the same way that Vladimir wins a lot of lanes, is you just out CS. And look at our CS gap, like, that's really just how you win. Yeah, now he hurts a lot. He hurts so much. Yeah, I don't want to just freely walk up and steal waves anymore. I'm just gonna hover again. If he doesn't push this all the way in, then I'm just gonna steal. Yeah, I'm just gonna steal the wave over here. That's a little bit of a steal, but that's okay. I'll help her with drag. I'll pay my dues. Yeah, so he was there. I don't want that. We hold towards this wall and do as much damage as we can. Yeah. That's why Garen mid is so nice right now. Like, you would have never been able to do that before. But because of Tiamat, Champs are very limited to how much they can really poke you. Nice! I want to be more vigilant on pinging missing on mid and also pinging on lanes. I shouldn't have to use R. I'm gonna use it anyway. Doubtful that I'm gonna get another really crucial, important spot that I need to use it. I'll take another wave. And then I'll TP. I'm just gonna spin and I won't have to choose. Yeah, pay very close attention to how the enemy champ is walking. It tells you a lot of things. Like, he was kind of swerving towards me there, which gave me the impression he was going to go in, which is the only way I was able to dodge his W there. Body language is still a thing in League. Oh, rough. Alright, this game I'm really just want to be able to assassinate their backline. We're just gonna play around mid here. Mid bot. We're not gonna ult here, just because I figure she will. Yeah. Alright, right now we have numbers advantage, so we just want to abuse it. I'm pretty confident this is the real one. Nope, it's not. This I will ult. Yeah, especially if it's a bounty, I generally always ult it. Nice. Not gonna overstay there. I'm not gonna overstay there either. We're gonna go for rapid fire and dead man's. I think that's really the best way. Just so we can zoom to their back line. We can also limit test on like Akshan here. Oh yeah, this is good. Says the Akshan. Like, it's not like I counterpicked you. I'm gonna recall and try and contest that. Or at least they should be taking it. Yeah, it looks like Brand wants to. They kind of stalled a little too long, to be honest. I just need to pick a target. Fuck yeah, dude. Man, I feel like Brand can actually kind of solo carry games. I've had this happen before. Alright, well, I'll just start this and they'll probably come. Dude, this guy is actually coping hard. Jungle Garen. Team isn't really helping. I'm not going to go for it. I want to extend my lead here, so because of that, I'm going to hold off building Deadmans until after Rapid. Damage items are just generally better at extending your lead. Not generally, they're always better. What am I saying? Okay. Don't know if I can necessarily fight Darius, but we'll see. I don't really want to limit test like I would normally. I have a 700 gold bounty. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go Storm Razor. Storm Razor is really good because they're all squishy. They're all relatively squishy. And it's also really good when you're fighting champs like Darius, champs like Irelia, and in the later portion of the game, like, really just you can't fight them. You're able to E into them, and then Q Stridebreaker, and you're just gone. You're just gone. The Storm Razor movement speed on top of Stride is just too much. There's just no point in constantly overextending this. Alright, and then where's Stormwazer? Right there. Brain maxing. Cool thing about your E is it actually has ignore unit collision built into it. Like, I know like that's an obvious thing that like everybody knows, but at the same time it's not something that I feel like everybody really like deeply puts in their soul, you know? They really understand what that means. Like, you can ignore all minion blocking by doing that. By E-ing through your own minions. Oh, I thought that was the real one, to be honest. I need this plant desperately. See, like, what I just did there was totally troll. Like, I'm spam pinging, I'm spam emoting, I'm spam dancing, but like, that's the other part about League. Like, you gotta have fun, you know? Limited fun, obviously. Like, don't just totally troll your team. But like, have fun. Nobody does that. Like, people play this game like it's a job. Like, this is not my job. I play this game for fun.